Do you get stressed before you take your trip? Do you wonder how you can reduce your stress before going on your trip? In this video, I am going to give you my top tips on how to plan your trip at the beginning so that you reduce all those stresses and have an amazing time. Now, traveling can be very stressful if you don't have a few things sorted out. So you want to make sure that you do things before you go on your trip so that you can enjoy your time while away. Now, I'm going to share, there's many tips, but I'm going to share with you a few of my favorites in this little tip video. First, you want to have a plan of what you're going to do. Now, with this, I don't mean to plan your trip down to the minute. That's the worst, and that's way more stressful because if you miss something, then all the plans just kind of domino effect and everything becomes late. So you just want to have kind of a running list of the things that you want to do. Some things you want to probably pre-book, depending on how busy it is and what time of year you're going. So you want to have your must-dos pre-booked and then have a running list of things that you can add in and decide day to day what you want to do. Now, next you want to incorporate downtime. Now, I always felt really guilty not doing anything in new places because I felt like I should be seeing everything going, and just full out. But that just kind of backfired because you become super exhausted, a little grumpy, and just burnt out. So I definitely do include downtime. Now, downtime, what I mean is stuff that really makes you feel a part of the country. So sit down in a cafe, go grab a picnic in the park, just enjoy walking around and not doing anything in particular. So those are the types of down days that I mean. So you're still exploring, but you're not having to actually do something. So it's just a way more enjoyable time, and it gives you a chance to breathe in and out of the experience that you're actually having and that you're actually in the place that you've dreamed about. And lastly, something for when you start the very beginning of your trip, I would highly recommend that you determine how you're going to get from the airport to your accommodations. Now, once you get off the plane and you have your luggage and you're tired and everything else, it's new country, everything's a little foreign. So you want to make sure that you kind of pre-plan and decide where and how you're going to get to your accommodations. Now you can do this in a couple different ways, depending on the types of accommodations you're staying at. No matter what type of accommodation you're at, ask the people who you booked with. It could be a hotel, a hostel, Airbnb. You want to make sure you contact them directly and ask them how is the best way to get to their accommodations. I would also suggest if they do say a taxi, ask them how much it is roughly going to be in a taxi so you don't necessarily get scammed. So another thing that you can do is pre-book a car in some really busy airports, and just long after you travel for a long time, you sometimes just want someone else to just take care of everything. So look to see if there's any inexpensive cars that you can book and have a taxi or a car waiting for you to take you straight to your accommodations. That way you're arrived into your accommodations a little less stressed than if you were going not knowing how you were going to get there and just piecing it together at the airport. So those are my top 3 tips for reducing some of your stress levels while you're on your trip. So if you have any questions about this, please feel free to get in touch with me, or you can put them down below and I would love to answer them for you. So until then, have a great night. Bye.